Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Bellisio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Bellisio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Bellisio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at belisiofoods.com/careers.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
The City of Jackson's Visitors and Conventions Commission reminds us to shop locally. From our wide selection of national retail chains to our unique downtown shops, Jackson is a great place to spend the day. Catch an exhibit or grab some lunch or dinner from one of our national restaurant chains or local eateries. Spend the night in one of our national chain hotels. No matter what your plans, the City of Jackson and Jackson County in the rolling hills of Southern Ohio is a great way to spend the day. Just a friendly reminder from the City of Jackson Visitors and Conventions Commission.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show extravaganza.
It's an exciting word to describe it.
It's the Hump Day extravaganza.
Hump Day extravaganza. I mean, I don't
Do you
normally...
like that?
I do like that. Normally, I wouldn't call it an extravaganza, though. It's more of like, Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's almost worse than a Monday in some ways.
We're going to go with extravaganza. It makes us feel better.
It does make it feel better.
Okay. So here's the deal. Dillon and I are not drunk. We are tired this morning. Both
Very
of
tired.
us. So God help us of what comes out of our mouths.
Yeah. I just did another thing, and now I'm tired from it.
You wrote a description?
I did write a description, but that's not the thing. I did more commentating.
Oh, did you? More school esports stuff?
Yeah, and those 2-hour statistics, man, they drag on to the next day. They make you that tired. It's so boring that you feel it the next day.
That's a boring class.
It is.
Yeah.
Very.
So are you learning anything in statistics? I can't even say that word.
Statistics. I mean, so far I learned, but now we're going on to a new thing that I have to learn again. So it's just another chapter, another building block, and this one doesn't make any sense. I mean, the last one didn't make sense, but at least the calculator did it for you. So it's like, okay, even if I don't understand it, if I just punch this in and then this in, it'll probably work out.
Do you still use the old TI-85 or whatever we used to use way back then?
I think so,
The graphing calculators?
Yep, that's exactly what I got. And it's one of those calculators that are so powerful, you can put a game on it.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I mean, if it tells you anything, I used that calculator. That's how good they are.
Did you put a game on it?
No. I put a bunch of formulas on it.
Should put a game on it.
And used it in math analysis and stuff. Yeah, no games. Should have, though. That would have been good. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Wait, where are we?
Main Street TV.
Okay. So no, we have a little bit of random stuff for you this morning, right?
Yeah, and one of the things I was going to talk about, you might have noticed in the ad intro, we had a new ad on there.
Yes.
And that's to promote tomorrow's episode.
Yes.
We're hitting the road again.
We're going to be on the road, getting in the car and driving a whole 5 minutes down the road to the Lillian Jones Museum.
It's a long voyage.
It is. But we're going to be live there, and it will be a lot of fun.
It will be. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, and, if you haven't been to the Lillian Jones Museum, you'll get to see a little sneak peek today. But it's really, truly a gem right here in Jackson. And if you haven't taken the time to go and visit and check through some of the different displays, and there's so much of our history and legacy on display there. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if they have it anymore, but I'm gonna keep an eye out for it tomorrow. We had talked about it before on the show, a pie pan, like from a big, like an old Apple festival. We did like a giant pie, and supposedly the pan's at the Lillian Jones
I
Museum.
don't know if the pan's there. I think there's definitely pictures there.
Yeah, regardless, we'll see a little bit of it, but I
Yeah.
want to know if the pie pan's there.
I wonder where the pie pan is. We'll
Probably
see.
a dump somewhere.
We could have, probably somebody melted it down and sold it for scrap. But no, we will see here in a little bit. And tomorrow we're going to visit, so it'll be fun.
Yeah.
So there you go. Dillon wanted to walk.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that
I'm not sure where that came from.
I think that it'd be a bigger adventure walking through Jackson all the way to the Lillian Jones Museum just to see what happens. Because, like, I don't know if it's just me. It might be. It probably is. But every time I go on a walk, something crazy always happens. Like, one time a basketball just fell out of someone's car and started bouncing my way. Like, I just think it'd be fun.
I'll tell you what. You walk. I'll meet you there.
I might do that.
Okay. Are you going to carry all the equipment?
Yeah, no, I'll drive.
Yeah,
that would
exactly.
be rough.
Exactly.
I got a lot of equipment. I went and filmed an ad yesterday for Derek, and just me gearing up and leaving the plaza was an adventure of its own. I was packed down. I had a tripod, my bag, my cords, my microphones, my boom mic, my heavy cords. It was something to see.
So this is a true story. You were talking about a basketball like bouncing at you.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was literally one time driving down State Route 93, like, a highway.
Yeah.
And some kids were playing basketball, and the basketball like went out onto the road and hit her windshield and busted her windshield. How random is that?
Yeah, that's pretty random.
Isn't that crazy to have that happen?
Yeah, that would be something, man. Just a basketball comes towards you and busts your windshield.
Like you're just like out on some country road, driving, and here comes this basketball, get you. See, you just never know.
You gotta watch out for them basketballs, man. They're after you.
She called. I was like, nuh-uh. You're making that up. But I guess you can't really make that story up.
Well, me and Corbin went to a movie last night. It was Marvels. It was very good. I would recommend. I like that movie.
What is it?
Marvels.
Okay.
Okay, so
what nerdy stuff is that?
Well, have you heard of Captain Marvel?
I have heard of that, yes.
Yes. So the Marvels is two other characters kind of like Captain Marvel. And they all meet up and get like intertwined. It's kind of like a Freaky Friday deal, but they don't swap bodies. They just swap locations.
Okay.
Every time they use their powers. So that forces them to kind of work together, and they got to fight some bad guy. And it was a fun movie, and it had some like really fun moments. Like this cat is like a squid cat. Anyways, that's not the point. So
no, please keep going.
Well, we went to watch that, and on the way there was like this crazy like Final Destination adventure for me and Corbin. Because
that's crazy.
Well, we went from Rio, and when we pulled off the highway, we split up, and it just happens I was driving a little faster than him, so I got ahead.
By the way, Corbin, you can't drive, buddy. Just letting you know, he about got me the other day.
Yeah, I passed him up.
That's another story.
Well, we were on our way there, and I passed this semi, and then he passed me, and then I passed him, and it just kept happening. And then another semi was next to us. And then this car was on the side of the road with its lights flashing, like trying to get over, like its emergency lights on. Yeah. So I tried to get over to the left lane, but I can't because the semi is passing me. And I was like, oh no. I managed to get over, and I had to like pull in front. Oh, I just smacked the microphone. I managed to pull over and get out of the way of this. Oh, I hit it again. I managed to get back on the left side of the road. And then when I did, my light came on and I needed gas. So I wasn't sure I was going to make it to a gas station. And I managed to get there, and I learned how to use like pay at the pump. I'd never done that before. I always prepay inside. And I was in a hurry, and I was like, I'm just going to stick this card in there, and I figured it out. But it was just a weird series of
Wait.
events.
You've never paid at the pump before?
No, I always go inside.
How do you know how much gas you need to put in your vehicle?
I just walk up and guess. I usually go for 20 or 40. Sometimes I go for 50. Sometimes I overfill and I lose some gas. It's the prepay lifestyle.
Uh-huh. Okay. That wasn't part of your story either.
Yeah, it's a story in itself.
Yeah. Prepaying at the gas pump. So do you know how old I am?
No.
I am so old that I remember when you used to go to pull into a gas station and it wasn't like a big mega gas station. It was like one or two pumps, and like the owner of the gas station would walk outside and put gas in your car. And while they were doing that, they would clean your windshields and they would check your oil.
Sounds nice.
It was called full service. And that was actually a thing.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds really cool. I would like if they did that. But at the same time, like, we need gas regardless. So, like, that's like high class treatment for something you're going to do either way.
But that was how you got gas back a few years ago.
Sounds nice.
Yeah, it was nice. And then the problem was a lot of the mom and pop little gas stations were kind of in town, and then stuff started going toward the outskirts of town, and the highway got built around town, and people didn't drive through town anymore to have to get gas. So, but yes, it was full service. I remember it. And they'd say, fill her up.
Ding.
Yeah. Literally. It was a thing. Wash your windows. Yeah. Do y'all remember that? Probably wasn't that long ago. Although, I mean, I remember being a little girl. And then I remember, learning to have to pump your own gas, when you're like younger. So, but I did figure out that credit card thing pretty quick.
Yeah. I mean, I knew I could do it. I just never wanted to. I guess I was just afraid that I would like put it on and walk away, and then I'd see like $100 charged or something. Like, oh, I was going too long.
No, I think it's okay. They figured out how to make it work.
Yep. I got it yesterday.
Well, good for you.
I figured since we're on the show right now, we can go ahead and play Lillian Jones, a little bit of a flashback from last year before we go down tomorrow.
Yeah, and this was, I don't know, was it last year or a couple years ago?
It might have been 2 years ago.
It might have been. So our good friend Megan Malone was the kind of curator of the Lillian Jones Museum for many, many years. And she was so passionate about the museum and our heritage and all kind of, just our local history. And Megan actually ended up moving to down south. And so she had to kind of resign her position there. And so the video that you're going to see is us kind of taking a walk with Megan on one of her final days there at the Lillian Jones Museum, and kind of talking with her and thanking her for, her service to our area.
Yeah. I got to figure out which key it is. Sometimes I get, oh, here we go.
Because it's in great hands.
Yes.
Yes, and so we will get to talk to the new director here in just a moment.
Ashley's wonderful. Ashley's wonderful. It's going to all be great. She's going to be great. She acts a little nervous, but it's going to be great.
It's going to be great. But you've been here for such a long time, and you are so very passionate about this museum. And what are some of I know that we can't even begin to put this into a, 5 or 10 minute segment, but
Before.
well, that's true.
Yeah,
but what are some of your most favorite experiences that you've had since you've been here?
Wow.
I know.
Yeah. Wow.
Go, Jen.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Let me think back through. So 12. We've done there's been lots of bicentennials celebrated, recognized.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been involved in a lot of those, and so that's good. The Jackson County Bicentennial, that was great fun, and did a wonderful timeline, 4-part timeline of 1816 to 2016.
Okay.
And I did that with Jenny Massey. I did the material and she did the layout. And it was great. It was great. And to see all of that develop, it's great. Let's see. I've also remarkably enjoyed meeting Fletcher Benton.
Well, of course.
Yes, that was wonderful. And meeting and then emailing Stan Arthur, that's been wonderful. And like Lisa Trimble, actor who came from Utah to present at the Civil War 150, and she had a book she wrote a book about John Hunt Morgan's travels in this area.
Yes.
That was wonderful. That was terrific. Let's see, what else? And then I love working with the library. Love my library friends. And then the petting zoo has always been Daniel.
That's a good one.
Daniel the camel is awesome. I've enjoyed that. Let's see. And then we had the Americas Camp. That was the 9/11, September 11 artwork done by kids who lost a member of their family during that. And that was done with the University of Rio Grande. We did that. That was wonderful. We had those, I don't remember if you saw the big display pieces that were here, and they are now at the September 11 Museum in New York City.
Wow.
Yeah, they were here, so that was cool. There's been so much here and it's all cool, and it's just all here. I had to work with the state archivist. He knows that the Jones Museum exists. The Smithsonian, I've worked with the Smithsonian a few times.
That's cool.
That's cool.
That's real cool.
They know we exist, and if you look over there and there's letters from Fletcher Benton to Lillian, you'll see those. You'll only be able to walk in and see them here. Yeah. The Smithsonian has the originals, but Fletcher wanted really good copies to be made for the people in Jackson to look at.
Sure.
And so, but he wanted the original to be sent to his collection at the Smithsonian. You can see them in 2 places.
That's pretty cool.
Smithsonian requires probably an appointment because it's not going to be on display. Well, you can look over there and you can see his thank you note. He did an illustration of Salvador Dali in a letter to Lillian.
Oh.
Yeah, because he went to a movie and Salvador Dali was there.
Oh, well, that's pretty neat stuff.
So he did a little doodle of him, because you can doodle Salvador Dali.
Yeah, everyone does that.
So you can see it here. Yeah. And the bookcase there are Jackson authors donated by Bob Lewis, who had collected books from Jackson authors.
Very, very cool. And all this stuff you can see here. And, it's just part of our heritage.
Yes. And it's been a delight having our inaugural intern, Jillian Evans. Yay, Jillian.
Yay.
And
we'll meet her in a second.
Well, yeah. She didn't know about Fletcher Benton or Stan Arthur, both of whom graduated from Miami University in Oxford. And so Stan has challenged Jillian. I'll tell you. Has challenged Jillian to get a real PhD, to earn her own PhD, because both Fletcher and Stan Arthur were given honorary degrees.
Aha.
They got their bachelor's from Miami, but they did not get they got an honorary PhD from, and so Stan wants Jillian to earn her own.
That makes total sense. The pressure's on.
Yeah, make us proud, he says. Okay, an admiral tells you, make us proud. Jillian will. She will. She will.
She will. You're absolutely right. And the museum itself was actually the home place of Lillian Jones and her mother, right?
Her mother. Okay. Lola Jones bought the house after the death of Edwin Jones. That's Edwin, no middle initial, not Eddie.
We could do a whole series on that too, but
follow the middle initials.
Yeah, lots of it.
Follow the middle initials. Eddie, that we talk about, Eddie Jones Field, that's Edwin A. That was Lillian's first cousin. So, okay, back to the house. When Lillian's father dies in 1921, Lola purchased this house, and she lived here until her death in 1956. Lillian lived here from about 1925 to Lillian's death in 1991. She was just shy of 98 years old when she died.
She had a fantastic life and a very interesting life, and you can see so much of that documented within the walls that we're sitting, within right now, and it's so fun. She traveled all over the world. Yes, she was able to do that, and she did such amazing things, and the pictures are just to die for. Just so fun to look at.
Just fun, yes. And you look at it and you go, wow, and then you think about it some more, and you're like, ooh, wow. Oh, wow.
Like she was traveling places that you certainly wouldn't go today. And for, a lady to travel alone back when she was doing it is just unbelievable.
She was in her 60s.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, where there's a will, there's a way.
But the pictures are fun. Yes. She looked like she had a fun life.
Yes. She never married, had no children, and had a good bit of money. So, and because she had a good bit of money, she left her home. Her executor was Huntington Bank, and Huntington Bank asked who wants to operate this facility. And they had two proposals, Southern Hills Arts Council and the City of Jackson. Huntington Bank chose the City of Jackson. So the director does not work for the City of Jackson. The director here works for the museum trustees. It's a board. It's a board of 7 members who they are such a great group of people. They have so much fun. They're fun to be with, and it's all the age ranges and all the parts of the county. The Jones Museum is a county museum, so we cover it all.
And that's so very good. And it's so good to have that group of people together that are passionate and have the common goal of continuing on our legacy and showing our history and our heritage of our area.
Yes, indeed. I mean, because there's a lot to talk about.
Yes.
There's a reason that all roads lead back to Jackson.
Right.
Because people from Jackson have gone so many places and done so many things.
You are 100% right. And so we can't thank you enough for your service here and your passion here, because it just bleeds from you. And I would just really, really love for y'all to come and say hey to Megan, because she just can show you everything, tell you everything. Absolutely. It's amazing.
Yes, it's fun. It's really fun. And I was talking with Phil Buffington, and he wanted to know, so how have you told Ashley about all this? And I'm like, we went room by room by room by room. And some rooms we spent multiple days, like this room, we spent multiple days, because we have bits from the exhibit about Popeye Reed, and we have bits from Fletcher Benton exhibit that we did with the Southern Hills Arts Council. We also did the Popeye Reed with Southern Hills Arts Council.
That's right.
And then we didn't, not so much get into, it'll be up to Ashley. She can do it. She can do it. But Strickland Gillen, a great artist, performer. He was a performer. We did something about the composers. I said our 3 composers, Cavett, Frank Crummett. Sorry, see, even Crummett, Frank Crummett.
There's a lot to remember.
Oh, heavens. And then Isham Jones, and then Carl Summers. All 3 lived roughly about the same time frame, but they did 3 very different things. And I mean, Crummett, his death was recorded by the UPI, United Press International, he died in the 40s. Okay, that was part of their closing of the year. The death of a Jackson guy.
Big deal. Big deal.
Big deal. He had CBS radio. He had a performance. He was everything. You know, and then you've got modern era guys doing stuff like that. Yeah. Modern era women doing stuff.
Well, and that's why this museum is so important, is because it will continue to record the legacy and the history of the people in our area.
Yes. And that's part of that's something that Ashley and I talked about even this morning about, you have to know what's here, but you have to keep recording. So like we have a flyer for in 2018, Jackson City's first stab at a income tax. Short-lived stab.
Very, very short-lived.
Remember that?
Yes.
But there are so many newspapers that talk about every blasted year. The newspapers in the past have talked about the need for an income tax. I mean, it's been going on. The need for an income tax has been going on for a very long time. So you've got to keep the modern stuff, you've got to grab it, and you've got to have a sense of what is going to be important.
Absolutely. And, people like you that are passionate and that know all of this stuff, we appreciate you so much because, you have taken time to learn about everything in here. And hopefully the legacy passes on to our sweet Ashley.
I'm not dying. I'm retiring.
No, she's retiring. She's not going anywhere. I mean, to Tennessee, but.
Yeah. But, the phone reaches there. And
that's right. We can text and email.
Oh, absolutely. And I'll come and visit often. Well, I mean, as often as, enough. Yeah. It's a wonderful place, and it can only grow. It can only grow. And my goal here has always been to, yes, I was a Girl Scout, leave it better than I found it.
Love that.
Yeah, I was a Girl Scout. There's information about all the Girl Scouts that have gone through the county and all the leaders and all that.
There's so much information here within these walls, and we just encourage people to come in and see it and read about it and whatever, because you're going to learn way more than you ever thought you would learn. But Megan, I want to thank you so much for your service here, because you have done, a job that has gone so far above and beyond.
Thank you. It's been, I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't fun.
Well, that makes sense. That's true.
But it's a lot of fun, and history isn't boring.
No.
You just have to realize that history isn't boring, that there's interesting stuff. And the whole concept of an Academy Award winner is buried at Fairmount. That's cool. So who will be the next Academy Award winner to be through Jackson County?
Good question. We'll see. Probably not us.
No, odds are, we're cool and everything, yeah. but odds are likely that it's not going to be us.
We won't hold our breath. All right. Well, Megan, thank you so much for talking with us and taking the time. And thank you for doing all the wonderful things here with the museum that you have. So we are going to, I think, grab Miss Ashley and maybe take kind of a walk around and show people.
Sure. I'll be in the background lurking.
Okay, you can lurk away.
And so if there's a pause, I'll say, and I'll fill it somehow. I mean, there's just so much that you can fill it with. Everything.
That's right.
We always have people showing up unexpectedly, just, you never know. A man came in this week, and he just wanted to come in and take photographs because he likes taking photographs of museums. And so
cool to me.
We're here for him.
Yep.
We're here for everyone. So it's been a pleasure.
That's right. And Megan, you are awesome. So thank you. And let's go see if we can track down Ashley and see if we can take maybe a little tour around.
Sure. Excellent.
All right. Well, there was our visit a year or two ago to the Lillian Jones Museum, and a fun chat with our good friend Megan Malone, and we hope that she's enjoying her retirement, and that's a good thing. So, all right, let's head over to the weather forecast. I know a lot of you are wondering what it's going to be like here coming up as we head into next week and Thanksgiving. Today looks like a pretty day with partly cloudy skies, highs around 66 degrees. Tomorrow, a little bit warmer with highs around 68 degrees. And then Friday, that rain pops back into the forecast, but still pretty mild temperatures, 90% chance of rain with highs around 63. Then cooler for the weekend, and then the beginning of your work week, about the mid-50s. So still not too bad for this time of the year. I mean, we are in, mid-November.
Yeah,
so
it's not too bad out. I mean, sometimes my car windshield kind of freezes, but other than that, it's been fine.
I can remember actually having snow on Thanksgiving, and I can remember wearing shorts on Thanksgiving. It's one of those times where you're just you never know.
Yeah, I mean, I saw something online once about Ohio weather, and it's just how 1 minute it can be radiatingly hot, and then the next it's like a frozen tundra.
Yes, all of the same day sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
That's what happens. It's like living in Ohio is you just never know.
You don't. You just go out, stick your head out the window, see what's happening.
That's the way to do it. For sure. So tomorrow we will be doing, as Megan so nicely introduced Ashley, who is the new director there of the Lillian Jones Museum. We will be heading there to do a live program there this tomorrow morning, and we'll get to see some of the fun things that they've been doing since we talked to them last.
Yeah, it's always fun for me to talk to Ashley because she used to be the librarian at the school. So every time I do something media related, we just happen to be in the library's closet. So I would pop out and be like, "Hey, do you have an extra mouse lying around?" And just be like, "No," but it's just fun because we already knew each other.
Gotcha. Okay. Mouse is in a computer one, not an actual mouse.
No, not a real mouse. That'd be
weird.
That would be weird. Yeah, I don't know why I'd need one of those.
They're cute.
I mean, sometimes. I guess they can be. I guess if you give it some cheese, it'd be kind of cute because it'd be running around with the cheese. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you just see it hissing at you or something, then it's
I don't think mice hiss.
No, they squeak at you, I guess.
Did I ever tell you about the time that the squirrel got in my house?
I don't think so.
So when we lived in town, we lived in an old house, and it was, shall we say, not the most secure. So every once in a while we would get these critters that would just go running through the house, like a groundhog or whatever, because they would just get in, like a raccoon or something.
It'd be terrifying. You're just sitting on your couch watching TV, and a freaking like a groundhog just pops up and runs through.
True story about that too. Before I get to the squirrel thing, Jamie and I were sitting on the couch one night, and our cats come barreling down the stairs with a I think it was a raccoon or a groundhog. Down the stairs they went, and out the front door or out the back door they all went. And we're looking at each other like, did that really just happen?
Did your cats just gang up on it?
Yeah, well, I think they saw it. They were chasing it.
That'd be kind of scary for the animal. You got like 3 cats running at you.
Exactly. So, but we had this dog when we lived over there. Her name was Greta, and she was awesome. And I came home one day into the kitchen, and we kept her in the kitchen during the day. And she was just sitting there, like staring up. And I'm like, what is she doing? And I looked up, and we had like the cabinets where you could put stuff on the top of the cabinets, like they didn't go all the way to the ceiling. So you could put like, knickknacks above your cabinets or whatever. Yeah. And there was a squirrel sitting on the top of our cabinet, and Greta was just like losing her mind, like, and that squirrel literally was like scolding us. Like it like had its little finger, and it was just going like screaming at the top of its lungs. So needless to say, I opened the back door and it ran out. But that actually happened too.
Is it like a complaining customer? Just like, this dog of yours is way too
this
rude.
This dog is on my nerves. I'm trying to get it down, and I'm trying to run around this house, and it won't let me. I think that's what it was trying to tell me.
I want to speak to your manager.
Yeah. But that really, really happened. This was like way back before you had like all like cell phones, or, I think I might have had a flip phone back then or something. So you didn't have like the video to record. That would have been really good.
I never had like a flip phone or anything, but I did have one of them ones that was like a little brick, like a little tiny thing, and it had games on it. And it was like my first time having like something you could play games
like
on.
Tetris on it. And
yeah.
Stuff. Yeah.
It was cool at the time.
The Nokia whatever phone, it was like that big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have it still, but it won't charge. I think the battery's fried or something. It'd be cool to start that thing up and see how it was.
No, it wouldn't. You'd be like, this thing sucks. We thought it's just funny when everything comes out. It's like the newest, greatest, latest thing, and then a year later, we're like, this thing sucks.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like the old phones had like a pen inside of it, and it was like the coolest thing ever. You just pull a pen out and start writing stuff down. Yep. And now it's like, man, this pen's like flimsy and it's like about to snap, and this phone can't load anything. And
this thing's stupid.
Yeah. It was cool at the time, and now it's like, nah, I can do so much more with this phone.
Do you remember Blackberries?
Yeah.
Blackberries were a thing. And it was funny because you could have a Blackberry and use it as like a phone, but if you used all the features like texting and stuff like that, you actually had to pay like an extra fee to be able to use like the office part of it, like email and all that stuff.
That'd be terrible. I think wasn't that the one that had like a sliding out keyboard, and it was
some of them did. Some of them just had like but it was like they actually had the full keyboard. It wasn't like you had to, like the original flip phones where you had to do that like a million times.
One of the phones I wish I got a chance to use is the Microsoft phone. That sounds really cool. Like it was a business focused phone, and it had all Microsoft features, and it was popular for a minute till people realized like it's the same thing as Apple. Like it's restricting you to only its stuff. Its stuff's worse than Apple's stuff.
Yeah.
So
everybody went back to their iPhone.
Yeah. But it does sound kind of cool,
So I bought a printer the other day for the new place. So I'm trying to set it up on the Wi-Fi, and I'm looking at it, and it's got like the keypad like a flip phone where you've got, just like a normal phone where it's got like, the 3 letters under each number and all that stuff. Well, I'm trying to put our Wi-Fi password in this thing. And it took me forever to figure out how to do that. It took, like forever, because you're like, okay, hit it 4 times. Oh, shoot, I hit it 5 times. Now I got to back up and start again. And then, yeah. And then we got into part of our password has like symbols in it. And I'm like, where are the symbols? So I had to literally just push every button on the keypad until symbols popped up.
I had one of those.
It was horrible.
It wasn't like a keypad or anything. It's just you're supposed to connect through your phone and through the Wi-Fi and through the printer and through your computer.
Yeah.
And I just gave up. I still have it just sitting in there, and I've given up. I think I plugged it in. It just wasn't worth it.
It shouldn't be that hard in today's world. You know what I mean? It should not be that hard.
Yeah, like the older style printers. Like I have one sitting on top of a thing over there, and that thing is like 1,000,000 years old, but it's so much easier to use than one of the online ones.
I get like, where's the old printer where you actually had a cord attached? You just stuck a cord in something and they talked and it printed.
So much easier.
Yeah, it is. Hey, don't forget our good friend John Pelletier was in yesterday to talk about the Remembering the 60s concert to benefit Rock for Tots. And that's this coming Friday. And that will feature John Jones, Davy Leach, Craig Klein, of course, John, and our good friend Ben Davis Jr., with special guests, the Bart Wiseman Foundation Sonic Rhythm Academy, class of 2023. Those kids work so hard, and they will be opening the show. Tickets are $20. And again, the concert is this coming Friday at the Marquee. All the proceeds go to help Rock for Tots, which is certainly a wonderful organization that helps bring Christmas gifts and other things to local kids and families. So we hope that you all get out and support that.
Yeah. I think that always has always been kind of a fun event. And normally they sell out too, which is great.
Yes.
Good cause and fun event.
Yeah, absolutely. They do a really, really good job. And yeah, why not have fun and do good all at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So, Dillon, what else did you get there, buddy?
Well, so some time ago we played like where I do that advising for that high school, Bill Jackson High School. We have the creative media team, and that's what I advise over. And I did a lot of that work last year as their executive producer, and now I help them out. And I've been following along on one of their projects they're working on, Preston's Ghost.
So these are Jackson High School students. So proud of them.
Yeah, and they filmed Preston's Ghost 1. We played it here on the show. And recently they released Preston's Ghost 2. And I thought it'd be fun to take a look at both of them again and just follow the story.
Yeah, that'll be good. And then we'll come back, and I have some fun facts about the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade that you may or may not know. I bet you don't know.
I probably don't know.
Probably don't know. And we'll tell you about that too. So yeah, let's hit it. That'll be fun. See the kids from the high school.
Rami?
Dude, they're behind us.
Rami? Cover me.
What are you guys doing? Come on.
Cover me.
Dude, I'm dead.
What are you doing?
Dude, I'm learning how to play.
What? You're not even in the game? What? What's this?
What? Why are you looking up how to...
Because you never taught me how to. That's the entire purpose of this. That's why we were putting in extra hours, so you guys could teach me. You guys are just sitting there doing nothing.
I just think we're being too hard on him. I mean... Oh, wait.
Dude, I don't see how it's my fault that he has the technical skills in this game of a 4-year-old.
Whatever. I'll go talk to him about it. Hey, man.
Listen, I don't want to talk about it right now.
It's all cool. I mean, we should probably teach you how to actually play the game next time, but you know, just getting caught up in the heat of the game, it's just it's my bad, really.
I suppose I don't. It's just this always happens. Every time I try to do something with you guys, it always ends up like this.
I just don't know if, I mean, I don't want to sound mean, but I don't know if Seth is a very good influence on me.
I don't think he's a very good influence on anybody. But
Well, we're stuck on a team with him, but it's all good. Well, we'll get you to learn how to speak of the devil.
Listen, I'm here to apologize that you're so bad at this game.
really, I'm bad at the game. You never taught me the game. You never did anything.
I don't understand how it's so hard to play the game.
How it's so hard to play the game? What, because I have dexterity issues? Is that what it is?
Excuses. I'm out. I'm done with this.
Yeah, leave, walk away. I can't take this anymore. We need to teach him a lesson, or it's never going to end.
Yeah, it's looking that way, but how?
Remember last week when we watched that horror movie? You got really scared.
I do, yeah.
I think I have a few ideas. Follow me. No, 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 no. Get out of here, go! Get out of here!
Loser. No, I don't have to go. Fine, I'll go. Alright, we need more ideas for skits. Want something that's funny, action-packed. Yeah, I got an idea. Put Preston in a trash can, throw him down the hill.
Perfect. What was that?
It's probably nothing.
It better be nothing.
The ghost.
You don't understand. The hangers, the ghosts, they're everywhere.
Dude, just
the
spit it on me.
hangers, the ghosts. What is it called? Ghosts, hangers.
What?
Ghosts.
Okay, man.
Ghosts.
Dude, what happened?
We freaking got him. We got him. That's not enough.
What do you mean?
We need to teach him a lesson. We need to send a message.
Okay.
And it is continuing in a few minutes.
because we have it.
We have it. It's all loaded up and ready. I
So,
like those little
the
skits they do with
They are cute.
like it's a little different than what I did. What I did was more of like human bananas fighting people. But
Yeah.
I think ghost ideas are cool too, and
Yeah.
they have a new one coming up. I think we played on the show here with like opposite versions of themselves, and it's a little different area, but it's still just as fun and engaging.
Yeah. And it's cool that those kids are having the opportunity to do so much of that stuff, and that the high schools, allowing them the freedom and the equipment,
Yeah, the
to
equipment's a
go
big
out
deal.
and, do and be creative and, do the things that they're doing, because, those are real life things. If that's something that you want to do, maybe in college or in real life, like that's how you learn.
Yeah, definitely
Just
taught
by
me a
doing.
good bit.
Yeah. So yeah, we definitely didn't have those opportunities when I was in school.
Oh yeah,
It wasn't a thing. So, of course we didn't, we were still worried about making wheels back then.
All right, and Preston's going.
He can't stand me. All right. So are we going to see the second part?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
This game is so easy. I don't even need a team with me. Something feels off though. It's probably nothing. Wait!
I got it good that time.
Dude, did you get him?
Yeah. I didn't think he'd fall for it, to be honest. I thought he was smarter than that.
Huh. Nice. So what's next?
Follow me.
Seth searches for answers.
I think there's gotta be an explanation. It can't be a ghost. Maybe Preston. Yeah, no. It's too. Preston's not smart enough for this. Maybe Andrew. I don't know who could it be?
Meatball. I think if I threw a meatball at him.
Was it you? Was it you?
No,
was it
God,
you?
grab
Did
my
you
hair,
do
dude.
it?
No.
Was
I'm
the hangers? The hangers?
I'm
The thing in
just-
my
No,
face.
no. What are you talking about, dude? I'm just trying to.
I've got my eyes on you.
Hey, you think you see me?
No, that was a close call, though.
Alright.
What are we gonna do now?
I have an idea. Meet me in the media room tomorrow.
Okay.
Dude, come on. It has to be them. I know I'm not just being paranoid. I know I'm not crazy. It has to be them. There's no other explanation.
That is true.
What are you?
What?
Oh, it's
what
Joe.
Hey,
Hey.
It's Joe or me on now.
It was you. It was you.
We're just
It was you. I
decorating. We're
knew
just
it.
decorating for Halloween.
What are you talking about?
It is literally October. It's literally not us.
That's fine. But you're a funny prank, guys. You're doing that.
They're both right here.
Yeah. There must be more than. There must be more people.
The lights.
To be continued.
Woo,
I don't even
balls
know what
flying
hit him.
everywhere.
I think that was just a giant ball, but I don't even know where they got that.
Just out of the blue, this giant ball goes flying through the air. Okay.
And the fact it just hit him dead on, and he's just like, whoa.
That was pretty funny.
That was a good ending. I like that.
So it's going to be continued again. So if you're not catching, this whole premise is the one kid's making the bully kid think that there's a ghost, right?
Yeah. He's just a little mad at him for the beginning where he was like making
'Cause he
fun
was,
of him.
bullying him.
Yeah, so now he's just trying to get his revenge on him.
Gotcha. I feel
But
you.
that ending there kind of made it seem that there might be a ghost after all.
There
that
maybe there is.
apparently likes to throw giant plastic balls at people.
Exactly. You never know, do you?
You never know.
Let's see. All right. So we were talking off the air, and I asked you if you watched the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and you said yeah, most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to watch it all the time. And my husband hates it, but I make him watch it anyway because he says it's the same parade every year, and it pretty much is.
Yeah.
So, but I saw some fun facts, so I was going to ask you. We can turn it into a little bit of trivia. So the first Macy's parade was actually called the Macy's Christmas Parade, although it was on Thanksgiving Day. Do you know what year the first Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade was? Well, the Christmas Parade.
1961. 1951. 41. 30. 20.
You're closer. 1924. So you think about that. These
That's
things
definitely been going on for a while.
Really, really long time. And then they actually had, we should have brought this stuff up. They have an ad like from the very first parade. It was like and it says, "Today's the day. Read every word carefully. The big Christmas parade welcoming Santa Claus to New York." It was just like an old school like newspaper ad. But the original Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade had live animals, including lions, bears, tigers, camels, goats, elephants, and donkeys, and they were part of the original parade.
Oh my.
Oh my, I know. And look, the elephants actually wore like drapes on them that say Macy's.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Macy's Christmas Parade.
I think it'd be pretty cool to see some elephants on the parade.
Like a train of elephants. This is the first one in 1924. Each one has like a blanket over it, like a huge blanket that says Macy's, and the next one says Christmas, and the next one says parade, and then so on and so forth. It's pretty cool. So in 1927, though, Macy's replaced the live animals with
balloons.
Good job, Dillon. Yes. The first balloons, do you know what they were? Like what characters they were?
Man, we're talking a while ago.
1927.
Mickey Mouse.
That's a really good guess. No, but very good guess.
What's the other one? That rabbit guy?
No, you would not know this. Probably Felix the Cat, the Dragon, and the Elephant and Toy Soldier were all the first balloons. Felix the Cat was a cartoon, I think, or a cartoon strip, one or the other.
Sounds like a knockoff Garfield.
Yeah. Not as fat. Since then, there have been, how many balloons do you think have been made and put in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade over the years?
50,000?
No.
It's been going on for a while. There's a lot of balloons.
Well, they reuse the balloons.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
171 character balloons in the parade.
Yeah, I was way off.
Yep. Let's see. The Clifford the Big Red Dog balloon was in 12 consecutive parades, and Snoopy holds the record for the most balloon designs. He's been redesigned 7 times, Snoopy.
Yeah, he always looks kind of different.
Yeah. Do you know what the tallest balloon is, and it still is to this day?
Clifford.
Nope. You should know this with all your dorky movies that you watch.
Oh, man. Something Star Wars related?
No.
Yeah, I'm out of guesses.
Think of a character in your movies that you watch. Your nerdy superhero movies.
Spider-Man.
There you go.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is still to this day the tallest balloon that they have. Santa Claus has ended the Macy's parade every year except for 1933, where he led the parade.
Oh.
That's no fun. That's the whole part of it, is the last part of the parade is Santa Claus. Santa's here. Santa's here. It's the Christmas season. They did cancel it in 1942 and 43 and 44 due to World War II. That doesn't surprise me. They go through 100 to 200 pounds of glitter for one float.
Yeah,
oh, God. That's
that.
horrible. About 99% of all the floats and balloons are hand painted. Can you imagine hand painting those things?
That would be awful.
That is nuts.
I barely paid a pumpkin.
Right. The floats are full of small details that are hard to pick out when you're just watching the parade on television. Well, I can imagine that. The parade is a year-round production, and people are employed in the studio, which they call the studio, like what makes all the floats and stuff, full-time. So they work on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade full-time all year long. Isn't that nuts?
That actually is. I can only imagine just constantly preparing for an event that only happens one day.
I know.
Could you imagine the stress of like
No.
the day of, just like,
No.
oh God.
Right. Like, oh my God, it's our day.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You'd
Don't
be paying
mess it up.
attention to every single detail.
Yeah.
And then like you do it every year. So one thing that goes wrong one year, the next year, like you'd be like focusing on that. Something else could go wrong. And like you just be kind of arranging how successful it was based off stuff no one's going to notice.
Exactly. So here's one more tidbit because we have to get out of here for the day. But I thought this was neat, and I heard this on the Today Show yesterday. They were talking about this, that the night before the parade, think about this, every single float and balloon has to go through the Lincoln Tunnel to get there, to set up. So they have to, every float has to be designed to come apart and fold and fit through a toll booth. And it's the maximum is 12.5 feet tall by 8.5 feet wide. So all of those floats that you see, those ginormous floats, all have to fold up into a package that can get through a toll booth. Isn't that wild?
That is pretty wild.
That's no wonder they work full time to try to figure that stuff out.
Yeah, that actually makes that make a little more sense.
Yeah. But anyway, I have more, but we're out of time. So there you go. Maybe we can do another few some other day this next week or something. So, all right. Well, we have to get out of here for the day, and we will be back here tomorrow. And we don't know what we're doing, but we'll do something.
No, going on tour.
That's right. Oh, yeah. We're going to Lillian Jones Museum. Duh. I was like, what were we doing? Okay. Yes. And we're not walking there.
We are not walking there. Not with all that equipment, no.
That's right. All right. We'll see you live tomorrow morning from the Lillian Jones Museum. Can't wait. And tune in then. Don't forget. Bye-bye.